Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am so honored that you have decided to stop by our Let's Talk podcast for the Elevated brand. My name is Angelia Malbrew. I am your host, and today I have an exciting topic for you. So, we're going to be breaking down the role of analytics in content marketing strategies. We're going to talk about using analytics to inform your content creation and marketing for better results. So, you guys know that analytics in our marketing has come a mighty long way. Do you guys remember a few years ago when we didn't have to be so concerned about analytics and what our numbers meant? It was just something that, it was a nice to know unless you were a data freak like me. Like, I love data. I absolutely love data. I love tech. I love breaking things down to find out how things work. And so for me, it was always something that I was interested in. Coming from the IT space, I worked several positions prior to starting my photography business in tech. Little known fact, I actually went to school for information technology back in the day. Many, many, many moons ago, before I really decided to get serious about this business. So, this is something that has definitely been on my radar for quite some time. But back to the point of order. You are able to use analytics now to go back and just trace what your content is doing, how it's performing, what really performed, what didn't perform. And this will actually help you to market better to your target audience, because if you really think about it, your post and your things that you decide to put on your website, like, they are going to tell you what you need to do next steps as it relates to marketing. It's going to tell you what you need to discontinue. It's going to show you what you need to continue to do and how you can make things better. Because if you look at your numbers and you see where you're going, it's not hard to understand that history never lies. Like, you can always go back and look at your historical data and it'll show you exactly where you're headed. And so that's something you definitely, if you have not been looking at your data, I urge and encourage you to get into your Instagram dashboard, your Facebook dashboard, go into your business suite, go into look at your numbers and really just take some time away from everything, eliminate all your distractions, and take some time to really look at your numbers and see where things are going and where things are headed for you. Data and machine learning are definitely helping to enhance your content strategy. So everybody knows about ChatGPT. Everybody is starting to talk now about a option that Google has, which is Gemini. If you haven't checked out Gemini, definitely check that out. But there are so many ways that you can use AI to your advantage to make sure your data is on point, and it'll help you to kind of streamline and take things to the next level by giving you quality ideas that you can use in your business to enhance your platform. Because if you really think about it, in the past decade, the percentage of businesses that are using data-driven strategies has risen significantly. The shift is just astronomical, because when we got to the point where we could go one place and find out how our data performed, Oh my gosh, like that, that helped me tremendously. I can't speak for anybody else in their business because, you never know what people are doing behind the scenes. Some people want to be gatekeepers. They don't really tell you how they are growing and how they're scaling their business. But for me, data was the key thing. Like data helped me to decide what I didn't want to offer as a service. Data helped me to decide, what I wanted to show on my social media because I do a lot of photo shoots and a lot of them don't make it to my social media. Not because they're not good, but because I know what my audience on each platform wants to see. So if you're not showing what your audience wants to see, you're going to have low engagement. And so we don't want that. So always make sure you are checking in on your data, understanding what you need to do through your analytics. If you dive into your analytics, your tools, you get to the point where you can actually segment your audiences based on different parameters like location and data usage and, content preferences and engagement patterns. So the importance of having buyer personas, which is something a lot of people don't really break down and talk about. Yeah, they'll tell you to go and do your client avatar, right? But are they really telling you exactly what you need to be doing with that data after you get that information? More than likely not. And that's unfortunate because I feel that this is another reason I knew I had to do something different with my platform. Not just, show you beautiful images and videos and tell you how amazing you are as a human being, and especially empowering women. But I definitely wanted to be a voice for those that may feel a little bit overwhelmed with everything, or you don't quite understand exactly what you need to be doing with XYZ. So that's why I wanted to do this podcast, so that I can shed my little light on things that may help you, because a lot of times you can follow people and they're not breaking things down to the point where you can understand it, and you kind of get lost in the sauce. And I know a lot of people, when you get lost, like, you just stop. And so you don't want to do that. I never want anybody that's listening to me to feel like they have to give up because they don't understand how to get things done or how to do things. So it's just a little something for you to think about. Like, when you're getting this data, the way you use it is key. Like, you want to know where your people are shopping. You want to know, what interests they have. You want to know what kind of car they drive, depending on what your business and your industry is. Like, that may be key for you. So just make sure when you're downloading your data, you do more digging and you find out, what am I supposed to do with this data? How can I use it to expand my business? And you can always tap into Google. But if you have like specific questions, feel free to reach out. Like, I'll help you to the best of my ability as well. So that's definitely something you want to be paying attention for and be on the lookout for. Because utilizing analytics to understand your customer behavior will definitely lead to you having higher engagement rates. When you're getting ready to like send emails and stuff, this will help you to provide a better quality email to those clients, because you can be more specific. Say you have a client named Sally, and you know that Sally is a lover of chocolate, and just say you have a baking business. Well, when you have those chocolate chip cookies or that chocolate cake that you want to put on promo, Sally's going to be your number one client. Like, she's going to be the person you want to make sure you reach out to. And I hope you have your email segmented, so when you get ready to send things out, like, you're sending them to the right people. Next thing is, let's talk about content optimization based on your performance metrics. Special consideration will help you to guide your clients into the right product or service that you have based on the information or based on how they utilize your platform. For instance, if you go look at your website, I know a lot of people just have a website and they don't really, I'm not going to say a lot, many people that I know, unless you are into data, like, you don't really take the time to say, oh, how are people coming to my website? Or, where are they leaving my website? That's really important for you to know. So they have quite a few different websites that you can use to tap into your website to kind of see where people are leaving. Like, what are people most drawn to? Are people leaving after they don't understand what you do? So there's so many things you can do to try to figure out how you can have a better conversion rate. But the first step is to tap into some of those platforms that will allow you to expand your knowledge on how people are utilizing your website. And I will not name them here. I am not getting any paid endorsements for those companies. But if you do your research, you'll be able to find some really good ones. And they are free. So you don't have to go and pay for that. But that's something you definitely want to go check out. Next things next, let's talk about the role of SEO analytics in your content strategy. So SEO is such a loaded topic, and we will be digging more into that as well. But do you have your business on Google professionally? Do you have a professional Google My Business page? If you do not, make sure you go and get that, because Google Analytics has an amazing tool that can help you to not only get into your insights with your website, your keyword performance, your competitor analysis. There's so many rankings you can look at. So make sure your SEO is on point. Make sure you are ranking for those words that your clients are looking for, so that you're able to be found on social media. Not on social media, but online. And if you have it connected to your social media, they can find you as well. But make sure you're always using your SEO keywords, because they are important. They are the breadcrumbs that you're leaving so that people can find you. You need to understand your search intent and how you aligning your content with what people are looking for. So when you think about your social media, we're just going to start with Instagram. And I don't know if you guys do this, but some people do, some people don't. But when you see that little option to put all keywords, do that. That will help you with your ranking. That'll help people find you. That will show up on Google searches if you have it done correctly, and people look for those exact words that you typed in. Like, that's another way you can lead people to you. So utilize every option that you have to draw people to you, your work, your business, your service, whatever it is that you do. Also, you want to make sure that you're keeping your blogs updated. Like, blogging is really, really important. And I know some people do it, some people don't. And there's always a mixed crowd. You might have a few people that say, they don't like blogging because, they rather be in person talking to someone, or they rather make a video on social media. But do not sleep on blogging. Blogging is amazing. For me, I know blogging has drawn my traffic up at least over 100%. Just by doing blogs, using keywords, using things that are relevant to my business and also what clients are searching for, so that they can find me. Make sure that your content is optimized. Like, you want to make sure that your analytics, your SEO keywords, and everything is optimized so that you're driving the traffic to you and not away from you. Next thing on my list, and we only have a few to go through today. I didn't want to bore you guys too much, but I did want to come in and tell you some amazing things that you can be doing right now to help your analytics with your content strategy, or help you to learn more about your analytics, I should say. You can also use predictive analytics. Like, you can use some tools. They will help you to kind of forecast trends and things that are going to be trending. Because, like, you guys have seen the different websites that have, like, the trending sounds and the trending hashtags and things like that. Like, those are things that you can use those things to kind of not sway your audience, but to kind of define who you're talking to, because if you're talking to everybody, you're talking to no one at the same time. No matter how you get up on a box and scream, like you're just out there yelling. So make sure your stuff is geared to your target audience. Next, your data can also inspire creative solutions. Like, there are so many unmet needs or untapped interests of our audience that sometimes we overlook. Have you done a poll lately to kind of see what your client want? Do you know what they want? Have you done anything to try to see if you're still even offering what your clients want from you? If you haven't done that, I suggest you do that, because that's very important, because you never want to continue to sell to people that are no longer interested in what you have to offer. And I know sometimes that may require you to do a pulse check on your email, like check in with them. Is this content still valid for you? If it's not, what else would you like to hear from me? Or what else would you like to know about, as it relates to my product or service? So that's something else you would definitely want to be mindful of as well. You can also use your stories on Instagram. Like, you can use your stories to do polls to see, what your client or your audience are interested in. And then let me see what else I wanted to talk to you guys about. Brainstorming sessions. So have you thought about doing brainstorming sessions with people, like creating a peer group and doing like brainstorming sessions to see what's working, what's not working? Because that could be instrumental for you in your business. Like, it's always good to have somebody to bounce ideas off of, and leading to more innovative and relevant content, like that will help you so much. Like, you guys, sometimes, I don't know about you, but a lot of people that I talk to, like, I think they're so bogged down with everything that has happened in the past few years, to the point where we're forgetting about the basic things, like the things we used to do that, brought us joy and brought us clarity and knowledge on that very thing that we're doing right now. So don't forget the basics. Don't forget, as my grandma used to say, don't forget where you come from, So make sure you're utilizing things that, may have worked for you in the past. It may not be still solid, gold right now, but it may still be solid enough to get you to the next level. You never know. Don't sleep on it. It got you to where you are. Next thing, creative campaigns. Like, creative campaigns are so much more effective when they have data behind them. Like, for me, I know I love, love, love women empowerment. I love maternity. I love bridal photos. I love women empowerment. I love beauty. I love glamour. I love elegance. All of those things. So when you look at my marketing and you look at the way I talk to my clients, that's all I talk about. That's all I talk about. I talk about elegance, and I talk about luxury, and I talk about, taking your brand to the next level, because above all, like, I want you to prosper. I want you to do good things, and I want you to be elevated and empowered. And so I've built my entire business around empowering women. And so if there is one woman that I can change her life, like, that's a whole win for me. So being able to photograph women and make them feel beautiful, like, that is my heart's joy. So if you guys, let me just give a little brief intermission break right now. The 40 over 40 is still open. We still have a few spots left. So if you are listening to this podcast, you may be still in luck. I am photographing 40 women over the age of 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, up into 100, because age has no bounds. It has no limits. Like, I want you guys to fall in love with that woman you were once in love with. Like, I want you to love on yourself for a change. You guys do so much for everybody else. And I say you guys, and I'm talking about myself as well. We have got to get back to loving on ourselves and loving on each other and taking the time to be proactive about self-care and self-love. And because you got the resilience, you got that. You got the tenacity, you got that. You got the strong woman, you got that. Where is the self-love? I'm telling you, my campaign is all about self-love and women empowerment. So if you have not signed up and you are over the age of 40, make sure you tap in with me. I would love to photograph you. Let's have a conversation. Let's build an amazing photo shoot for you because you deserve it. All right. Back to our regular schedule program. Again, creative campaigns, that are something, those are things that can definitely help you to produce impactful content. It is symbolic between creativity and analytics. It will help you to create the most amazing and important things that will change your business tremendously. I'm telling you, when you start showing up for the people that are supporting you the most and giving them what they're needing from you, it's going to change your life. So I just wanted to run those things by you. I think we're at the 20-minute mark. So I appreciate you guys so very much for taking the time to listen to me and supporting me and supporting my podcast. My name is Angelia. I am the owner of Angelia Malbrew Photography, where I empower women. I take legacy portraits and I help clients to see themselves in the very best light. And I vow to you to take the best photo you've ever seen of yourself. I am signing out. I hope you have a fantastic day. If you have any questions, make sure you reach out. Thank you for supporting my podcast. I love y'all. I love you. God loves you. May the Lord watch between me and thee while we're absent one from another. I look forward to talking to you guys again next week. Bye.